I'm Dr. PSV Shanmukhi, Associate Professor of Physics, Aditya University. Today, I'm going to discuss about the basics of interference of light. See, at the end of this lecture, students will learn the prerequisites of the interference of light, and also they can understand the concept of interference. Coming to the interference, actually, light exhibits three important phenomena like interference, diffraction, and polarization. The most important phenomenon of light, that is interference of light. Coming to the definition, when two coherent waves superimpose on each other, then the resultant wave contains alternate maxima and minima, means dark and bright bands. Such pattern is called an interference pattern, and the phenomenon is called interference. So, coming to the demonstration, here you can understand, see the pattern that contains alternate maxima and minima. Say these are the maxima and alternate minima are also there. When the ordinary light, it passes through a cardboard containing the two slits. Here the two waves are generated. Say these are the two waves. Actually, those waves are said to be the coherent waves. Of course, what is coherence? All those things we shall see. When two coherent waves superimpose on each other, the resultant wave contains alternate maxima and minima, bright and dark bands. Here you can observe a screen containing two slits, and the optical screen is there. On the screen, the two waves superimpose on each other. They are producing the alternate maxima and minima. Actually, the bright bands are said to be the regions of constructive interference, whereas the dark bands are called the regions of destructive interference. So, what are the conditions for maxima, or what are the conditions for constructive interference? What are the conditions for destructive interference? That what we have to see. Observe in this one, the condition for constructive interference or brightness is the optical path difference, that is delta. It is equal to n lambda. The optical path difference delta is equal to n lambda, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. And the phase difference phi is equal to 2n pi, means when delta is equal to lambda 0, lambda 2 lambda, 3 lambda, etc., constructive interference takes place or brightness occurs. Whereas the phase difference, that pi is equal to 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, and so on, even values, brightness occurs. Whereas the condition for the destructive interference or the darkness, the optical path difference delta is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Just we put, say, we get delta is equal to lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, and so on. Whereas the phase difference phi is equal to 2n plus 1 phi, means just substituting 0, 1, 2, 3, so on, we get pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, and so on, means odd values we get, odd values of pi. So, when the phase difference even values of phi, the constructive interference or brightness occurs. When the phase difference odd values of phi, darkness or destructive interference takes place. You just observe, actually in the previous this diagram, when these two waves superimpose on each other, this is one wave wave, this is another wave, these two will superimpose on each other. Say wherever there is a crest to crest correspondence, we observe the maximum or brightness. Wherever there is a trough to trough correspondence, there exists a maximum. Wherever there is a crest to trough correspondence, automatically darkness can be seen. So, in this way, on the screen we observe alternate bright and dark bands. That pattern is called an interference pattern, and the phenomenon is called interference. Now, coming to the wave shapes, Suppose you just observe construct interference. These two waves, this is one wave, this is another wave. The two waves are in phase. Automatically, construct interference occurs, or we are getting some wave shape or maximum. Whenever consider the second one, destructive interference case, these two are out of phase. These two waves are out of phase. Whenever these two superimpose on each other, then there is no resultant wave or the darkness occurs. So, in terms of waves, we can represent like this. Actually, what are the conditions for sustainable interference? So, what are the requirements to observe the interference pattern? That is, the two waves must be coherent. This is the most essential condition to observe the interference pattern. The two waves should have same frequency or wavelength. They should have comparable amplitudes and constant path difference. See, this is one wave train, this is another wave train, or two waves. The two waves are traveling in the same direction. The two waves should have same amplitude or comparable amplitude, and they should have same frequency, and they should maintain constant phase difference. So, these two waves are actually called coherent waves. To observe the interference or to get the interference pattern, coherent waves are must. Without coherent waves, we cannot observe the interference pattern. Just say, what do we mean by coherent waves and coherence? Once again, say the two waves are having same amplitude, same frequency and maintaining constant phase difference are said to be the coherent waves, and this phenomenon is called coherence. Just observe, this is one wave train or wave, this is another wave. These two waves are propagating in the same direction, and the first wave is denoted by y1 is equal to a sin omega t plus phi 1. The second wave is denoted by y2 is equal to a sin omega t plus phi 2. The two waves are having same amplitude a, same frequency omega, they maintain constant phase difference, means phi 1 difference phi 2 is constant. These kind of waves are said to be the coherent waves, and the phenomenon is called coherence. Again, the two waves should have same amplitude, same frequency and maintaining constant phase difference are called coherent waves. Only the coherent waves can produce interference pattern, whereas incoherent waves cannot produce interference pattern. See, generally in our general daily life, there are different types of lights we have, like sunlight, light incandescent bulb or tube light, producing light. These kind of lights, they cannot produce interference pattern. Why? Because all such kind of lights are incoherent lights. Whenever they superimpose on each other, we can get the maximum intensity, that's it. Otherwise, the two waves having same, means they maintain the coherency, then only they will produce an interference pattern containing alternate dark and bright bands. So, coming to the conclusion of this one, what is an interference of light and what are the requirements for the wave, means to observe the interference? That is, whenever two coherent waves superimpose on each other, we observe alternate bright and dark bands. Such pattern is called an interference pattern. Phenomenon is called interference. Whereas to observe the, means the bright bands are called regions of constructive interference, dark bands are called regions of destructive. So these are the mathematical conditions to observe the bright bands and the dark bands. The most essential condition to observe the interference is the two waves must be coherent. With incoherent light, we cannot observe the interference. Thank you.